Hi, my name's Lee McLaughlin. Welcome to Drone Zone. So Gatwick Airport, what actually happened between the 19th and the 21st of December 2018? Does anyone actually know? Was there a drone? The only evidence that there was a drone recorded is this footage actually here. Now, as you can see from the footage, all you can see is two bus shelters and a lamppost and the drone flying about overhead. You can hear people that are obviously a bit annoyed about the drone's presence, but there is nothing to suggest that this is actually Gatwick Airport. There is no date stamp, there is no time stamp. So is this genuine footage from Gatwick? If we discover that this is genuine footage, what drone actually is this? The police have admitted that they were flying two drones to help identify if there was a drone in the sky that shouldn't be there. Is this the police drone? The police have announced quite a lot of things that they've backtracked on. They stated that there was a drone, then they've came out and says that actually the drone sightings were a crane or multiple cranes 6 miles away. Is that the case? Was it a crane? They seem to have ruled that out already. 36 hours of disruption, 114,000 passengers and 1,000 flights approximately. That's major disruption and I totally appreciate that. But 114,000 passengers and this is the only video that we've saw. I find that hard to believe. Cameras and phones these days are phenomenal. So we all carry a mobile phone, 114,000 people and we've got one video. That could genuinely be the honest truth that only one person was able to capture the footage. But the footage itself is questionable. There is nothing to identify the location. The full place was on lockdown for 36 hours. There were two drones used by the police and it took them 36 hours to bring in equipment that's going to basically put an end to any illegal activity. And this has caused the general public to want the ban of drones immediately. There's a petition with only 6 signatures because it is a bit of a ludicrous suggestion that we should consider banning drones when we haven't even proven that there has been an incident actually happened. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I struggle as a drone pilot to tell how far away my drone actually is from me just by looking at it. We're told to fly always with the rule of line of sight, and that means we should always keep the drone in sight as we're flying it. But we can't do that because we have a controller that gives us information. So we can't always keep line of sight when we have to look at our controller. Our eye contact has to be broken to look down at the controller information. When you do that and you look back up, it could take you a couple of seconds to find your drone if it's quite far away. While you're flying line of sight and you're flying away from yourself, it's difficult to gauge without looking down. So it is possible that you could accidentally go into airspace that you shouldn't be in. And your controller should warn you, but if you're a model enthusiast where you've built the drone yourself and you've got a standard radio control transmitter to control it, then the information that I have in my drone that's readily available, as you can see here, where I can see the speed that my drone flies at, you can see the altitude that the drone flies to, and the actual app restricts you from going any further. As you can see here just now, I'm actually pushing higher, but the drone is not going above the 400 feet altitude limit that I've set on the app because it knows that's the limit. And then you can see the distance that the drone is away from me. So there is things here that can keep me right, but if I'm using line of sight, my eyes are not looking at the controller at all times. So it is possible that you can accidentally fly into airspace that you're not supposed to. But the way I get around this is I try and stay well clear from it. Personally, I don't believe that 1 kilometre is enough round about airfields. Why is it not 8 kilometres? It should be physically impossible to get within that exclusion zone to cause any damage and back again with that battery life. So the facts that we've been presented with, the fact that there's 2 drones being found, they haven't told us where these drones were found. Were they within the 1 kilometre exclusion zone? They have ruled them out of their inquiries, so that means that they don't believe that these were the drones that were used within the 19th to 21st of December. Were they illegally flown into that? Were they marginally within the 1 kilometre zone? Did they accidentally fly in there for the reasons I've given already? The police haven't given us any answers, and the fact that the public are now demanding that there is a ban on drones, it's starting to get worrying for the drone community, because the police are giving us some information, but it's not enough information to make people a bit more easy with drones being flown around about. Before this incident even took place, I had announced that there will be a register later on this year that people will have to sign up to be able to fly drones legally, and I understand where people are now saying that this register is going to be an issue, because if the police can go and arrest someone that's just posted on social media that they've a radio controlled helicopter, then what's to stop us as the drone community that's registered being arrested for something just because we have a drone and the police know that we have that? Recently I saw footage from social media regarding a drone taken off on property that the drone shooter took off from, and it's a no-fly zone, but it's a council area and some councils are now trying to ban drones. That's not the case where I'm from. This is just a public park that the council don't want drones flying over the top of. Now, the actual fact is, from my understanding, that it's not illegal to fly over the top of it, it's only illegal if you take off or land in that area. They don't want you to fly over the top of it, but it's actually not illegal. Now, I've saw footage of someone taking off within the grounds of this park. Now, does that mean that person's broken the law? Yes, it does. Does it mean they intentionally broke the law? No, it doesn't. Maybe they did. I've not seen that they didn't, but maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they weren't aware that it's a no-fly zone. I certainly wasn't aware. I've never flown over it, but I found out before I had the opportunity to fly over it that it actually was indeed a no-fly zone. Now, this is different from Gatwick. We all know that Gatwick is definitely a no-fly zone. So the only thing we really can be certain of then is that we're not certain, and neither is the police. If the police were, they'd have made another arrest. 2 people have been arrested already. They've been let go because there was no evidence to suggest that they were involved, and how they were treated by the media was ridiculous. I didn't agree with that at all. So I don't think we have much to worry about as a community, but I can understand why the general public do have a fear. Whether it be a fear of privacy being invaded, or something happening that's going to cause disruption, or even an air crash or whatever. Taking the invasion of privacy, we've all got mobile phones. There's nothing to stop us from walking past a house and sticking a camera up in front of your window. There's many ways to invade someone's privacy, not just by drones, and I don't think the banning of drones is going to be the answer on that. There's always going to be the potential of an air crash, a miscalculation of fuel, a bird strike, collision of 2 aeroplanes, pilot error. There are multiple reasons that plane crashes happen. We can't just add drones to the list because we think it might happen. It never has happened that has caused a catastrophic crash that I'm aware of. That there may be one. But I would like to hear your comments below. If you're watching this on any other media other than YouTube, I would like you to go to the YouTube video and comment there, so all the comments are all gathered in one place. I really do want to hear from as many people as possible what their thoughts are on this incident, and maybe the people that have a fear of drones can read the comments as well, and maybe there's stuff that will get posted that might make them a little bit easier around drones. So I hope that you comment below. I'll try and respond to as many comments as I see, and on top of that, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification so that you get updates of my next videos. I thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.